Welcome to the newest episode of Saved by the Books, where two ladies with opposite reading tastes discuss all things reading.
All right, both of them are going. Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to another episode of Saved by the Books. We're back with another episode, and this week we're taking it easy and we're doing a Halloween book tag from 2015.
Yep, in honor of the RIP readathon that is just finishing up when we're filming.
Yeah. This is true. This is true. So, yeah, we're going to talk about Halloween. It'll be perfect because I really love Halloween and she hates Halloween.
I don't hate it. I'm just not. Halloween is celebrated on one day, not an entire season.
That reminds me. So I just went to Michael's a little bit ago.
Of course.
And I got that typewriter decoration.
Oh, you did?
For 80% off.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. It was nice. EXO's trying to climb on the desk again today. So if you guys hear little taps on the desk, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Do we want to talk about what we've been reading this week, or should we jump right into the tag?
I guess we can talk about what we've been reading.
So we've been doing the RIP readathon, which is the Read in Peace readathon from Creating & Co., which is my planner shop. I feel like I'm multiple people on the internet, but they're all like the same person at the same time.
Well, I mean, it's just like for me, like I have the different Instagram things. Like I have the planner one that's based off of my dog Poppy, and then I have now Quite Novel. Like, I feel like I'm different, but I'm the same person. Yeah, I feel like I'm different people everywhere. So, anyway, but yeah, so I read 4 books and I'm in the middle of my 5th. And so, let's see, I read The Babysitter's Coven, because that was the group read. And I have maybe 100 or so pages left on that, and I'm listening to it on audio, which is really good, by the way.
Are you liking it?
Yeah. And then I'm in the middle of Bitten by Kelly Armstrong, which we've talked about, I think, before. At some point, I know Paige has talked about it. It's a Netflix series out of Canada, but it's based off of this book series. And
it's called like The Women of the Other World.
The Other World, yes.
And it's, I liked the first one. But after that, they go into the whole institutionalized trope, and like they're doing experiments and stuff. I just don't like that.
Yeah, and I really have started actually enjoying the book, and it's out of my comfort zone because it's werewolves and some of the...
You liked the show.
I did, but this is more descriptive, and it's not... I don't typically pick up a werewolf book, but I'm finishing it, and I have 100 pages left on that, and it's a very quick read. I'm not a huge fan of the relationship in it, just because of what it is and kind of even the background of it. But
yeah, I'm enjoying. Background is hard to get like past,
right,
and into like liking the relationship.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. I mean, and so I don't want to spoil anything, but I don't know. Like I'm enjoying the book, and once I got like last year when we watched the show together, I started the book. And she read the first 2 or 3, I don't remember. And so, but I read the first few chapters and had to stop. I don't even know if I got past the first chapter. But then I took it with me this week because I was at the beach all week. And one of the last days, that was all I had left. And it was on my Kindle. So that's what I read at night. And I got into it. So, what's another book you've read?
Slayer by Kirsten White, which is in the Buffyverse. And
was it good?
I think she did it justice.
Oh, that's big.
I don't know, like I gave it 3 stars.
Yes.
And I don't know how much like the overall, like, and I don't even really know who has say on like what is canon in the Buffy world now. But like, so I don't know how much of it is canon, or if like they gave her like permission to add to the canon or what all that is. But I mean, it was pretty good. There was a really annoying character in it, like a character that I hate as much as I hate Dawn from Buffy, like the series. And you've never watched it.
I've watched maybe a handful of episodes, so no.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give spoilers because the show is 20 years old, and if you haven't watched it yet, like, sorry.
Yeah.
But in season 5, they decided that Buffy needed a sister. And so they just threw her in, and it literally, like, we find out how it all comes together. I won't spoil all that, but like in like the first or the second episode of season 5, Buffy is like talking to this girl, and like through the conversation we learn it's her sister, and like everybody just acts like the girl's been around for the whole entire 4 seasons prior to that.
That's really random.
And she's really annoying because she's like a 14-year-old teenage girl, and I did not like her. I still don't really like her as a character. But yeah, that a character in the Slayer book I hate just as much on that level. So there's that.
Well, and then I read Stepsister by, I think it's Jennifer Donnelly.
Yeah, I haven't read it
and
yet.
I really liked it. I liked it a whole lot better than her Beauty and the Beast kind of retelling.
What was her Beauty?
Oh, it's where she goes into the book. Like, it came out right around the time the new Disney Beauty and the Beast came out. It was actually, I think, published by Disney or sponsored by Disney, or
oh, the library book thing.
Yes, but I can't remember what it was called.
I don't remember either. Lost in a Book, maybe?
Maybe that's what it is, Lost in a Book. But I really, really, really like Stepsister, and it's based off, and the author's really nice. Paige and I both met her at BookCon, and that's where we got it.
Nice.
But it's about if one of the stepsisters' fate changed, and how that all kind of plays out and stuff, because it's based off of the Grimm's version of Cinderella, which is the
so they
Grecian.
chopped off their heels,
Yes,
and all kinds
toes.
of fun
and so
stuff.
yes, and that's one of my favorite. And I know we've talked about it in the book club before for, I think, the Enchantathon, but I've taught like all the different versions of Cinderella in my
I love
class.
how I like come alive when you're like the Grimms. I'm like, so they chopped off.
I know.
bodies?
See, that's one thing. I mean, welcome to Halloween, right? It's the one thing I'm actually okay with. But so it's basically one of those stepsisters. It's her fate changed and how it does change and all that. And so I really enjoyed it. It's probably so far my favorite book this week, because I also did the Undead Girl Gang, which it's okay, and I did the audio for that too. I'm liking Babysitter Coven better than the Undead Girl Gang. Actually, they're very similar feeling, but I like the other better.
Because the Undead Girl Gang, the entire plot reminds me of a Buffy episode.
Yeah,
and the entire plot of the Babysitter's Coven, like the mythology in that, is pretty much ripped straight from Harry Potter and Buffy. So there's that.
Well, and
I mean, I feel like it's done as like a parody, so that's not like a negative toward the book. I liked the Babysitter's Coven.
Plus, I'm really liking the Babysitter's Coven because it mentioned the Outsiders and the Robert Frost poem with Nothing Gold Can Stay, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it. I love it even more.
You know, I'm actually kind of getting annoyed by all the Outsiders references I've seen in YA. No, because
they could pull from other.
Yeah, they could pull from other things, and they do it because it's like everybody knows those books are read in school, and so they reference it just because it's an easy reference.
I think it helps connect. Yeah, and I think it is an easy reference. Like, I think if it was in like adult literature, like just regular like fiction, I think it would be different. But since it's in YA, a lot of kids can actually make that connection with those references.
I don't know. I just feel like there's other books that are also widely read in school that they could reference to.
But ones that they would remember would be the big thing.
I don't know.
So, and then I did start off the week by finishing up Blue Lily, Lily Blue. So I guess technically I'll have 5 books done by the end. I wanted to get another book read because I wasn't going to count Blue Lily, Lily Blue as the like, what is it, the spooky vibes. But I mean, it is kind of spooky if you've read the Raven cycles.
Yeah.
There's that element in there.
Yeah.
So, but that is book 3 in the Raven cycle, which I've really been enjoying, which I'm kind of surprised by.
I've only read book 1, so.
Book 2 so far has been my favorite, which is actually what Call Down the Hawk. That's where it spins off of, one of those characters that's focused heavily in book 2, the Dream Thieves.
And then, let's see, I also read The Black Witch by Laurie Forrest, which is very well done. I talk about it a lot in my vlog because when this book first came out in 2017, came out around the same time as Trader's Kiss, and a lot of people, there's a lot of racist speech in the book, and it physically makes me made me uncomfortable to read it and to hear it. I don't like hearing that kind of talk at all, but it's not like supported within the narrative. Like the narrative is about like growing up in a very racist area, and the main character kind of like learns that all the things that she's been taught is wrong. And so yeah, it was really well done. I'm 85% of the way through the second one. The only reason I didn't finish it last night was because it was 4 in the morning and I knew that we had to record today. So I was like, well, I guess I'll go to sleep instead of staying up and finishing this epic ending that is about to happen.
How have you not read it yet?
Because I've been busy all day. It took me almost like 4 hours to edit the vlog. And then I went to Michael's and now we're here. So.
Well, yes, make sure you watch the vlog. I did not do one for the readathon.
Yeah.
Because it was just been me at the beach and then reading books sometimes. So I was like, not that interesting. Or house hunting, because in the middle of that process, but yeah.
The last one I'm doing that I don't know if I'll finish it tonight. It's Toil and Trouble, and it's that anthology of like 15 tales of women in witchcraft. And so far, when I was doing the vlog, I had only liked 1 story. Now I like 2. So there is that out of 15.
Gosh, how many do you have left?
4.
Okay.
So we'll see. I don't know. And it's not the fault of the anthology. It's just I don't really like anthologies that much. Yeah. Which is what I've learned. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Well,
Cody and I watched the Blair Witch Project last night.
Yeah, I've never seen it and I won't. So, speaking of...
I figured that was going to be like the one scary movie that you've seen.
No, I remember I've seen it, which that scarred me for life. Yes, the original.
No,
You think I would see the newer one?
No, well, okay, like literally I have... So my mom didn't like to let us watch scary movies. My brother watched them all with his friends, but I didn't really watch a ton of them.
My mom forbade me from watching anything like that.
She didn't want us to watch it. So, but my dad would let us watch it, so I watched some of them with my dad. It was one of them, and I literally, like the shot of him in the sewer, like that, like terrified me all through childhood.
The shower.
I don't remember that one.
Well, when it comes out of the shower, and I'm like, nope. And I was spending the night. It was before I had to get up super early, and I was in high school and watch it. And then we were on a trip because I was in band for a little bit. We watched it on that trip, like on the bus, like, and I'm like, how is this possible? But I mean,
I won't talk about what people inquire.
Well, I know. Well, I'm sure, but we're moving on. And then I've watched the one. Because I didn't have a choice. Is at someone's party. We watched, because we all went to the drive-in for someone's like 16th birthday. It was the one with the truck driver. And I always forget what it is. But like the truck driver was the serial killer. And is chasing, of course, teenage kids, because who else would it be? No, I haven't even seen Scream. Like,
I was about to say, I did see all the Screams, but the only other movie that I remember from like being like a young child, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that age, is Freddy Krueger. And I don't know which one it was. I have no idea. But it was him, and he was like in a corner, and he was about to attack somebody. And then like I distinctly remember like my dad and I were laying on the couch, and I like turned around and like shoved my head in his chest. I was like, I'm not watching this.
No. I don't do haunted houses because I hit people. Like I've actually gone to, I think twice. And it's not a pretty thing.
Y'all.
And I just can't do, I mean, we've really gone off the deep end here. But
I did Halloween Horror Nights one year, which is at Universal, and they do, now that's like 9 or 10 haunted houses. It was 9 that year. 9 haunted houses and like 5 scare zones, like the whole ordeal. I had heard that if you walk on the sidewalk, like it's okay. It's not okay. We were through a scare zone, and it was like the very beginning of the night, so the crowds weren't heavy yet. Oh, no. And so they automatically target women because they think we're gonna be scared more. So I'm like literally walking with my husband, who is a full foot taller than me.
Yeah, he is.
And he's just like casually strolling along with these fish people coming after him, or not even coming after him, ignoring him. And they're all like converging on me because we are the only 2 in this scare zone. But the first house of the night was the Texas Chainsaw House, which that was another one. My dad took me to see the new one, like not the new one now, but like the new one in the theaters. But yeah, Leatherface tried to hand me some blood and guts, and I just like literally, like I was done. I was like, this is the beginning of the night and I'm done. But like toward the middle, I used to go to like haunted houses here all the time as a teenager, and I was totally fine. So I don't know what was going on that night, but like toward the middle I got my whole defense mechanism, which is just to like say hello and start a conversation with like every person that tries to scare me. And so it was driving Cody crazy the entire night because we were in this we were in the Krampus house, which Krampus is a good movie. No, it is legitimately a good movie. I like it a lot.
Anything associated scary Halloween?
No, that's not Halloween. It's Christmas.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
The whole Nightmare Before Christmas is Halloween.
No, Krampus is a Christmas demon.
Again, no.
But anyway, I loved it. The house was fantastic. I loved it. But yeah. Anyway, now we can finally get into the tag. You guys are probably like not even listening anymore. The first question is, carving pumpkins. What book would you carve up and light on fire?
Okay, I'm not gonna go with the typical one that I normally go with on this. I'm gonna go with Slammed by Colleen Hoover.
Everyone gets so angry immediately.
I can't do that one.
If they hadn't stopped listening yet, now they're really not listening.
I know, I'm sorry y'all. That's just one I can't. I don't know, I mean the whole teacher-student relationship, like all that, the only redeeming quality was the actual poetry, which is a very small part. Like how, you know, how she acted, all that, how the guy was. And I know it's like more student, but I'm like, no, I can't. It's actually the first book I have already gotten rid of because I'm moving eventually. And that was the first book I put in my get rid of pile. And knowing me, I don't get rid of anything when it comes to books. So,
I have no idea. Because I feel like it should be a book that legitimately offended me. And
I don't know if
I don't know that I have one that has legitimately offended me that badly.
Other one would be Cursed Child.
Oh, that one is pretty offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. If somebody announced like a book, like a massive book burning of Cursed Child, like I would go. I'd probably go buy some copies to support the bookstores and then get rid of the copies. So there's that. The next question is trick or treat. What character is a treat and what character is a trick?
Ooh.
What are my favorite characters? I go blank anytime
I do too
we get tags, and I'm just like, oh my god.
I would say Dobby is a treat. I really like him.
He bugs me.
No.
He bugs me. I can take him in small doses.
Well, he's only in it in small doses.
I know, and that's why it's a good level.
Yeah.
I feel like this entire tag is just going to be us analyzing Harry Potter.
I know, because it's like a Halloween, so we're thinking about it. Who? What's one of it? Oh.
You know what? Lee from Fireborn. And it hasn't come out yet. It comes out on the 15th. You should read it because actually today it has come out. You should go and get it and read it. It's amazing. It has dragons.
I'm trying to think. What were the...
He's the treat, obviously. Did I say that? I think I said that. I don't know if it was a trick.
What are the two characters... What are their names in... Oh, Red, White, and Royal Blue.
They're the national treasures.
Exactly, they're a treat. What are their names?
Oh, no. You know what else? A freaking American Royals. They are treats.
I would say Trick from, oh, the 1,000th Floor. What's the one that turns? The evil, like...
Oh, I don't know, but I don't know if she's
Lita?
really a trick because she I feel like that's a character that like you thought was gonna do something.
I know, and then changes.
There's a character in the Black Witch, and I'm not sure how he's gonna go, and I really hope he turns out to be a treat, but I have a feeling it's not gonna happen. So that's my trick.
I'm trying to think.
See, I wish there was a better way
to search.
Yes, like why is there...
Because it's Goodreads. Sorry, we're checking Goodreads, and of course we know.
Y'all,
Goodreads
drives me nuts.
Isn't it Alex's one?
Alex is one, I think. Yeah, Alex and Henry.
Henry, okay.
How did we not get that?
I mean, it's such a typical name. I would say Alex and Henry are both treats. Like, I mean, everything about both of those characters are amazing. And then
American Royals. We've got Beatrice.
Yes.
Samantha, Jefferson, and the guy.
Whoever the guy is.
I don't know.
But yeah, like,
I think in 2019, I don't do this now, but I think I guess in 2020, I think I'm gonna keep a list in my planner of books that I really don't like.
Yeah.
Because I keep my favorites. So it makes sense that I would keep the rest of them.
And I'm even thinking about like having little notes like for stuff like this. Like favorite characters.
Yeah.
You know, least favorite characters or... Oh, Ace of Shades.
I know, I'm trying to think of like any of the characters in there that turned out to be tricks. Because I feel like...
Well, don't spoil because I haven't read the second one yet.
Yeah, I don't want to...
Even though I was supposed to.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway.
I don't know. With Trick...
Candy Corn. What book is always sweet?
Pride and Prejudice. Red, White, Royal.
Yes.
Blue.
See our previous list.
Right.
Also, These Are Actors, which is a Buffy book from way back in the day. And I talked about it in one of my videos that was the books I'll never get rid of. That book, for sure. And also the ever-present Harry Potter. I'm like,
I know.
It's almost comical with how many tag questions can be answered with Harry Potter. Like,
what
and it doesn't even matter who you are and like what your favorite book was of the series. Like, almost anything could be answered with Harry Potter. The next one is Ghost. What character would you love to visit you as a ghost? Nobody. Because ghosts are... I mean, honestly, if you've read How to Hang a Witch, there's a plot thread in that makes no sense to me. And I enjoy the book. It was a great book, but it just made no sense to me.
You know, Elizabeth Woodville. That would be interesting to talk to her.
Yeah, she would. Yeah, she'd be cool. And she's a real person. So that's the other thing, too, is like...
It has to be kind of a real person. But, I mean...
Or somebody that has, like, enough material behind them to be a complete person.
Mr. Darcy. I'm sorry, I'm a Pride and Prejudice fan.
I wouldn't care to talk to him.
Well, you haven't read it yet, have you?
No, but I've read so many adaptations that I feel like I know that man and I just don't care to ever meet his arrogant ass. So there's that.
He changes.
Whatever. Somebody I was talking about was like the most arrogant character. Oh, never mind. It was Aaron Carter.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're not getting on that.
I think that's who I was talking about.
Okay.
The next one is dressing up in costume. What character would you want to be for a day? I'm going with my answer from the Reading Rush, which is background Slytherin.
I was about to say, yeah,
and I want to graduate the year that Harry comes to school, so that I have enough of like, I like see his ridiculousness for 1 year, and then I'm off and I'm working in the wizarding world and I don't care anymore.
You're away from the whole Voldemort, right? I was about to say, and I mean, well, I dress up like him. I mean, for Halloween at school all the time, which is a Gryffindor. But I would probably be, at this point, a Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
Because English
I can't
teacher in
abandon
books.
my house.
Well, I'm a Gryffindor, like, at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Slytherin for sure.
Right.
But I can't abandon my house. I feel it makes me feel like I'm abandoning part of my childhood, and I don't like that. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Also, somebody asked in a Facebook group the other day, what would you like if you're dressing up as a bookish character? I was like, well, I got a Jack Skellington onesie, so I think I'm dressing up as that. And then also Bellatrix is always a fun one. So, yeah.
Yeah, I could totally see you doing Bellatrix.
See, once again, Harry Potter.
Oh, yep. Well, look at the next question.
The next one is Wizards and Witches. What is your favorite Harry Potter moment? Anything with Fred and George.
Yeah.
Except for anything from the 7th book.
I do like when Molly, like, stands up for Jenny in that last book.
Yeah.
When she gets you know, during the battle. But then it goes really sad.
I also like young Tom Riddle.
Because she's a Slytherin.
Because I feel like he's such an interesting character from the perspective of like nature versus nurture. And also I don't subscribe to that whole love potion BS. So there's that.
I like McGonagall. Like some of those interactions with her. Because she has like some of those witty...
Also, this isn't Harry Potter, but it's within the Harry Potter franchise, so I'm going to count it. Anytime Newt and Theseus are speaking to each other. They're like other than Fred and George, they are my favorite pair of brothers ever. I love them so much. So it doesn't matter how much of a pile of steaming crap the next Fantastic Beasts movie is. I'll still watch it just for that reason.
Yeah, okay.
The next one, Blood and Gore. What book was so creepy that you had to take a break from it for a while? I don't think I've ever read a book that I was legitimately scared during. There is a story though in the His Hideous Heart anthology, and it's about a serial killer, and it was so, like, it was one of the stories in it that was like so chilling and just creepy, and I still think about it. So that one, I guess. I don't remember what it was called. It's called something weird.
I was gonna say, I don't do anything really scary or creepy at all. So every now and then I'll do something suspenseful. It's like one a year. So like Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris I read last year. And it, I mean, I had to read it, but I don't think I ever took a break from it. Like this year I'm reading the new, you know, Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware, but we'll see if I read it.
I don't know. And another thing is I feel like movies to me are scarier than fictional books because I know they're fictional. And I know a movie is a fictional thing too, but you're seeing it, you're hearing it,
your imagination.
Yeah. Also, whenever I'm reading articles about serial killers or creepy like crime articles or anything like that, like for whatever reason I decide to read these at midnight every time.
I was about to say, it's some of the stuff you and our friend Sarah send or like videos you've watched, and I'm like, I can't watch much of this, and then I have to take a break and be like, yeah.
Yeah. The next one is favorite scary must read for Halloween. Okay, here's my thing though. I don't read a lot of horror. I watch horror. Once again, like How to Hang a Witch is probably my favorite like Halloween feeling read because it takes place in Salem. It takes place during the fall time. Like it just feels, it reminds me of the feeling that you get when you're watching like Nightmare Before Christmas or Halloween Town or Hocus Pocus. Like those are that's my favorite.
I guess for me it would be some of the Grimms. And I don't necessarily just read them. My mom actually just gave me a collection of all the Grimm's fairy tales, so maybe that'll be something I start like every Halloween reading a few. But I would say like the Grimm's versions of the fairy tales are some of my like favorite to read / teach. So that's the scariest thing I have, because I mean it does get kind of gory.
Another one, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And I know some of those are ridiculous. Like some of the stories in those are just ridiculous and they're just like, what on earth is that? But some of them are legitimately creepy. Like there's a certain story and it literally scares me even to this day. So yeah.
Yeah, I won't be
Should I elaborate?
I mean, we don't want to scare everyone else, but
I mean, I'm not elaborating for you. I don't really think that's a question. I think that was just like an aside. Anyway, the next one is, if you could pick any author to go trick-or-treating with, who would you pick? Amanda Foody. 100%.
Oh, she seems, yes.
100%. Or Trisha Levenseller.
Oh, Bridget Kent.
Yeah, she would be fun. Bridget Kimmerer.
Yes. And Sarah McLean, because she just shared on her Instagram stories about a Halloween house they went to where it's like completely covered. And she's a little kid, so it'd be really fun. She's into the scary.
Nice. Alexandra Christo.
Yeah.
And Rosaria Munda.
Oh, who's, the one that wrote Reverie.
I don't know.
He seems like just a fun person.
Oh, Ryan.
Salva maybe? I don't know. He just seems like a really cool, fun person.
Also, Casey McQuiston.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Basically, like, just go
Favorite
down our
people.
favorite
Yeah.
list. Like, wasn't that already a question?
Yes.
Okay. And then the next one is, if you could find anything from any book in your trick-or-treat stash, what would you hope to find? Anything from any book.
In your trick-or-treat stash, what would you hope to find? So are you thinking like actual food items?
I don't know.
Because or just really anything.
I mean, I guess it could be anything.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say butterbeer because I haven't had it yet. Because you know, if we're going Harry Potter.
I have no idea. There's like nothing that I'm like.
No.
I feel like, no, I was gonna say I'm sure there's something from like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory that like I could get behind.
Yes.
I'm sure there is.
That would be good.
Chocolate is always
as
good.
long as you don't blow up like a big purple or like a blueberry.
Yeah. The next one is, in what fictional world would you like to go trick-or-treating? I would like to go trick-or-treating in Ace of Shades.
Because it would be a lot of like trick, like, right there.
Yeah. Into the Crooked Place would be cool. Fireboard would be cool. American Royals would be cool.
Red, white, and royal blue.
That was the next one I was gonna say, because that's like red, white, and royal blue legitimately is the only alternate world I would like to live in.
Oh, I would live there in a heartbeat.
Oh,
I would live in American Royals.
I would live there too. Another Halloween-y read is God, what's the first one called? Trial by Fire, I think, by Josephine Angelini. It has alternate worlds, and it's in Salem, and there's magic, and it's awesome. So that one would be fun.
Yeah.
The next one is, what book villain would you not like to meet alone in a dark alley on Halloween?
Pennywise.
Oh, for sure.
Like, come on, guys.
Oh my God. Everything he says, I'm always just like, what little kid? Which maybe it's because, like, when it was written in the 80s, like, I don't know, were kids as scared of clowns then?
Yes.
Okay, because so that's like a universal all the time okay. Because I'm like, now, like, I grew up in a world post Pennywise. I was always scared of clowns.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But yeah, I definitely don't want any clowns anywhere near me, ever. But I don't know of anybody else. I mean, I don't think I'd be happy to meet Bella or
Voldemort.
Voldemort. I mean, like, I wouldn't be like ecstatic to meet them, but
I would be terrified if it was Pennywise.
I also feel like they would just kill me with Avada Kedavra.
It'd
and
be
that's a painless death.
Right.
So, like, what do I really have to fear?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Would you rather dress up as a vampire, zombie, werewolf, or shadow hunter? Shadow hunter for sure.
I have to
say, they look way, especially if it's like, I mean, they dress really cool in the books too, but like,
I feel like that would be more comfortable.
Yeah.
To wear around somewhat. Or
Plus,
a vampire, I mean,
I'd be fine with dressing up as a vampire.
Yeah, but none of the others.
Yeah, I wouldn't care to dress up as a werewolf, because it's like, okay, so am I a werewolf that completely transforms into a wolf, or am I like a wolf hybrid, like in The Wolfman? And like, Werewolf Terrorizes London, whatever that movie was called.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I would dress up as a witch, though, in a heartbeat.
Yes.
Or another good one, like a Halloween costume, would be somebody from Riverdale. And like the Archie comics.
Yeah.
Those would be good.
Those would be cute.
The next one is, pick a candy from Harry Potter that you would love to find in your stash.
Mine would definitely not be the chocolate frogs, because they're frogs.
I
love chocolate.
Okay, so the like real chocolate frogs are really big and they're kind of hard to eat.
That's fine. I love chocolate, but I'm just talking.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I agree with you, because like the real ones, like they are like hard to eat to me. I don't know.
I just love jumping things.
But I loved the Fizzing Whizbees.
See, I
They are
haven't
so good.
gone to Harry Potter World.
There's also like exploding bonbons. I think that's what they're called.
Oh,
and
that
they're
could be good.
like little chocolate balls, and inside the chocolate balls are Pop Rocks.
I would be okay with that.
Yeah, I'd be good with those.
I would be too terrified to have their jelly beans.
I have had like whatever. Yeah, I've had them, and no.
Yeah.
The last one is, what is your favorite Halloween candy?
Well, it used to be candy corn, but now it's the Reese's Pumpkins because chocolate and peanut butter.
So my favorite is mini Reese's, because the ratio of chocolate to peanut butter in them is perfect. And Cody always like disagrees with me. He's like, it doesn't matter what Reese's it is.
Yes, it does.
It matters.
It tastes different.
Yeah, like even like the itty bitty like bite size Reese's, like those taste way different to me than like the meat.
And
like
see, out of regular Reese's, I do like the mini Reese's better.
Because
but then my favorite is the pumpkins.
Yeah, because the big ones, like the center is all peanut butter basically. Cody, like, we had a full-on argument about this. Our marriage is legendary for having arguments involving food. It's always about food, which I don't know what that says about us as people, but hey, I mean, at least we don't argue about other stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say, you have your priorities right if it's just food.
But yeah, I also like Airheads.
Yep.
And Laffy Taffy. And Skittles.
I was say, but favorite Halloween candy would have to be the Reese's Pumpkins and candy corn. Oh my god, so I saw this news article. This is kind of just a total tangent, but it was talking about THC laced candy and like to check your kid's stash. And it was our local news, and the comments were freaking hilarious. And I sent a screenshot of it to my brother, and I was like, I don't know about you, but I've never in my life been given drug laced candy. Like, ever. Like, nobody's giving that out for free for trick-or-treaters. No, but yeah, they would charge for it. Exactly. I remember when they would do the metal and the different things, and because both of my parents work in the medical field and were very familiar with radiology and stuff, so I don't think they ever... I don't know if my dad ever took our candy to get it x-rayed. Like, this is before HIPAA and all that other stuff. I mean, this is like 20 years ago, y'all. But, which was only 99. Do you realize that? Hush. Oh my god. No, like, it was in a freaking, when we were watching. So it like 25, 30 years ago then. When we were watching Blair Witch, we were like, oh my god, this like was over 20 years ago. Oh my gosh. But no, so it would have been, yeah, more 25 years ago. Or longer. Showing my age there, y'all. But yeah, I remember they were talking about it because of that concern, and I can't remember if he ever took it or not. I'm sure he took candy and ate it, but not getting it checked. I remember that, and even the news article talked about, like, now you don't have to worry about razors and needles, you have to worry about THC-laced candy, and I was like, nobody's giving that out for free. Nobody. But also, when I was in high school, it was like my sophomore year, it was the last year we went trick-or-treating, and this old lady gave us home-baked cookies. Yep, no, don't eat them. My like good friend ate them, and the entire time, like it was like 6 of us, and like all the rest of us were just like staring at her like, where are you gonna drop dead? Like if I knew the actual person, no, but yeah, I mean, random human. I'm like, guys, you don't give out baked goods. I mean, even now in schools, like we don't bring like baked things. We don't cook anything, or you know, it's just 1, allergies, but 2, like food poisoning, 3, safety, because you never know, and so everything's like store-bought. Yep. So yeah, I know that was a total tangent, but just so you guys know, according to our local news, you got to look out for THC laced candy now. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I don't know, it was really random, but it's a good Halloween-ish since I don't like Halloween. But yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this episode. Oh wait, no it's not. We have to talk about the October buddy read. Because we're a little late on it. Yeah. So last week we told you guys we were going to put up a poll on our story and let you guys vote between 2 options. We just did that yesterday.
So yeah, but on both Facebook and on Instagram, because I put them on both, and it was, both of them are Serpent and Dove.
Yes, it was a clear winner.
By, I don't remember, but I don't know who it's by either, but yeah.
But yeah, so we're going to be reading Serpent and Dove for the October read, and I know it just came out. A lot of people are really into it with its book snake on the front, but it has, it's witches.
Yeah, and it's like star-crossed lovers, which is some of my favorites, so I'm excited.
And if you're in the Creating Co. book club Facebook group, I know Paige shared the trailer for it in there.
Yeah, and it is on Scribd. I'm like 99%. Yeah, it is, because it's like the top read today.
So go get it. Listen to it.
Yeah, it's on Scribd. Yeah, the audiobook. I don't know about the ebook, but yeah, so hopefully you guys can read it with us, and at the end of the month, or like right at the beginning of November, we will do an episode talking all about it. So yeah, now that is really it, I'm pretty sure.
So thanks for joining us. Remember, leave us comments, like, review. We're always on, well, we're usually on Instagram. We're better at Instagram than other things, but we love hearing feedback and all that. So we hope you guys have a great week, and we'll join us next week. So
bye.